If you don't know anything about it, in the late 90s, Warner Brothers started putting out these direct to VHS and later on direct to DVD Scooby-Doo movies. A lot of Scooby-Doo movies beforehand were shown on TV, but these were direct to consumer. The first one of these films came out in 1998 with Scooby-Doo and Zombie Island, which is considered to be the best one of these films, but my personal favorite was always Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. The basic premise sees Scooby-Doo and the gang going to a college campus to visit their friend Eric, who is working on a video game based on their past mysteries. Unfortunately, before they can check out the game, they have to defeat the Phantom Virus, an evil computer virus who comes into the world to... Honestly, I don't know what his plan is. I think he's just come to start Y2K. This is 2001, so he's about a year late. As they begin their pursuit to get rid of the Phantom Virus, someone activates a laser which then transports the entire gang and the Phantom Virus by extension into Eric's video game. It's at this point of the movie, which admittedly is about 20 minutes in, which is a little bit slow for the start of the film, but it's at this point of the movie that it becomes truly epic. Scooby-Doo and the gang are inside a video game. And as a kid who didn't have access to video games at this point in my life, I was really excited about this. Now, I obviously have a lot of nostalgia for this film, a crap ton. And it saddens me to say that when I look on YouTube and I look at reviews of this movie, a lot of people don't like it. They say characters are bad, the Phantom Virus doesn't make sense, the mystery doesn't make sense. They're in a video game. Why are they in a video game? Why is there a box of Scooby snacks being transported into a video game via some magical scientific laser? If he's modeling everything else, why isn't he just modeling certain items and putting them into a game via a laser? And I'm going to be honest, I don't have the answers to any of those.
I agree.
None of that makes any sense. But you know what? When I go to watch a Scooby-Doo movie, a movie about a talking dog, a guy who can eat a lot and never get fat, a girl that gets kidnapped all the time, only for her character now to be, I used to get kidnapped, but not no more. Hashtag feminism 2019.
Get back, you creepy thingy.
Creepy thingy?
None of that is realistic. None of that makes sense. And in reality, these are all probably just a few teenagers getting high in a van, imagining their dog talking to them. So, now that we got that all the way, we can look at this movie for what it is. A really dumb, campy kids movie that I, as a 23-year-old man, still find enjoyable. When I look to Scooby-Doo, what am I looking for? I'm looking for an interesting villain with some kind of dope mystery plot and some kind of slapstick or hijinks on the way. And honestly, I think we get that plus more in this film. The Phantom Virus is actually one of my favorite Scooby-Doo villains. When they started making these direct-to-video Scooby-Doo movies, even with the live-action ones, they started going away from the traditional Scooby-Doo plots where there were a man in a mask, and they went to real-life monsters and villains. And in this one, Phantom Virus is no different. He is a embodiment of a computer virus, and he shoots technology and lasers, and for some reason he's allergic to magnets. I'm not quite sure how that works. I think it's how if you get a magnet too close to your phone, it'll extract data or something. I don't know if that's true. Please don't fact check me. But the Phantom Virus is dope. He's actually threatening, unlike a lot of old Scooby-Doo villains. And on top of that, when you look at the plot of this movie, which is formed around the concept of being inside a video game, sure, a lot of it isn't that special. There's the first level, which they're on the moon. It's not a whole big deal. Then there's the gladiator level, which again, not that crazy, but they fight a lion. That's kind of cool. And then they have a montage between a bunch of these different levels, which I do wish we could have seen more within each level, but I don't think it's necessary. Plus, we get this really cool song over the montage. What did it say? Yo, homeless Zach, how you feeling about this montage song? I think I'm ready to go to bed. Cool. Honestly, like, the montage music and most of the music in this game deserves an Anthony Fantano not good. But after we get through this montage, we get to the final level, and this is my favorite moment from any Scooby-Doo movie ever made, and it's when they meet their past selves.
Can someone help us?
Zoinks! You're me! And like, you're me!
Oh! You're the characters in Eric's video game. And you're from the real world. Jeez! Did I really wear that years ago? That jacket with that skirt?
Nice ascot. Works for me. Huh?
Whoa, you're me! And you're me! Hey, quick question. What's your credit score? I'm sorry, my what? My credit score? Yeah, your credit score. Oh, it's actually pretty good. Oh, really? I'm gonna need you to come out back with me right quick. No particular reason, just come with me. Why? We see the classic Scooby-Doo characters from the 60s mixing with the new direct-to-video characters, and it's such a cool experience. I personally still love it. I get goosebumps seeing it, and on top of that, it gets even crazier because we get to see 5 classic Scooby-Doo villains, all of them being real-life monsters, which they've never had to deal with before, and we get to see 2 versions of Scooby and the gang fight these monsters, and it's such a cool moment in Scooby-Doo history. In this final level, since it is a computer game, they have to be careful. If one of them dies in the game...
If you die in the game, you die for real.
They die in real life. Scooby-Doo is like another popular anime that I know. But SAO aside, this last 20 minutes or so of the film is, again, one of my favorite parts of Scooby-Doo history. I love seeing the duplicates of everybody. I love seeing the final fight against the Phantom Virus. I do think it's a little cheesy and a little corny that the Phantom Virus has a bunch of baseball puns, and that tells us who ends up creating the Phantom Virus, which is one of the other kids in the lab with Eric at the beginning of the movie. A lot of these side characters aren't particularly good. I really don't care for most of them. A lot of the movie does kind of feel a little bit long. The beginning specifically is like, all right, get in the video game. When are you gonna get in the video game? Get in the video game. But man, once we get to that third act, it just makes me so love this film. And so, yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave it with this one. Do I think that Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase should be a movie that you should watch? I would say, if you haven't seen it yet and you love Scooby-Doo, like, go watch it. I still think it holds up today. Some people are gonna hate it, but I think that's because they don't like Scooby-Doo. I think, I know this is nostalgia talking. This is 100% nostalgia talking. And it's like, if I saw this without having any knowledge of Scooby-Doo in the first place, would I like it in 2019 as a 23-year-old man? I don't know. Probably not as much, especially considering that third act really does bank on you having some nostalgia of the 60s cartoon. But man, as a fan, it definitely is, like I said, I know I've said it a lot, it's one of my favorite films in the Scooby-Doo franchise, and I am very excited to visit some more of these direct-to-video movies, and especially the ones I haven't seen. I watched a lot of these for a long time, and then there was like the last decade, I don't think I've seen any of them that's been put out. And so I'm excited to see what else Scooby-Doo has